Going Down, a short play by Stan Matthews. The players are Craig Nett as Alex, a well-dressed, prosperous-looking man in his early 30s. Shannon Kelly as Carol, an attractive, athletic-looking woman who's a little overdressed for daytime. Narration and stage directions will be read by yours truly, Susan Matthews. And now, the house lights go out and the stage lighting fades to darkness. On Rise, Alex and Carol are getting onto the elevator in an older office building. They nod to each other. She sees him glance at her cleavage, covers up a little, and looks disgusted. The elevator starts going up, then stops with a jerk between floors. Carol steps back while Alex bangs on the buttons. Nothing happens.
I'm going to sue these people. There is no excuse for this.
Oh, whoa! Having a little testosterone storm, are we? The way you ogled me, I thought you might try to pull something like this.
What?
You were checking me out like I was a slab of meat and you were that panther of love.
Lighten up, for God's sake. You're an attractive woman, wearing that dress. I think you take an admiring look as a compliment.
Oh, so you think it's an invitation whenever a woman wears something that they can breathe in? Sorry, my burqa is at the cleaners.
What am I supposed to do? Look the other way? I'll tell you what, I promise never to even look at you again, if we ever get off this elevator.
If we ever get off this elevator. I wonder if any man has ever been able to make an unconditional promise to a woman. Tell me, does having external genitalia short-circuit something in the brain?
Alex starts looking desperately at the control panel, banging on buttons.
Ooh, yeah. Hit it harder. Do you think it likes it rough?
There has to be an intercom in here.
Carol brushes him aside and points at a compartment labeled intercom.
Perhaps if you could look at things calmly and rationally, you would have seen this. But I know how being near a woman makes men act. I suppose it's your hormones or something. Perhaps you could mansplain it to me.
Alex opens the compartment violently, yanks free the phone handset, and accidentally snaps the aging cord that attaches it to the unit.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah, what a manly display. And what are you going to do now, oh, fearless, self-appointed leader?
I'm just going to take a wild guess here. Your first marriage didn't work out quite the way you hoped it would?
Yeah, it was my own fault. I should have known better than to get into a partnership with a man. You know how they are, so emotional, so dependent, so given to flights of fancy.
So now you dress yourself up like a wet dream and go out trolling, so you can stick a hook in anyone who takes the bait, then exact revenge on the entire male gender with your razor-edged tongue.
Do you actually think that just by wearing this dress, I'm giving every man on the street permission to grope me with his eyes?
So you actually felt violated when I glanced at your décolletage?
Décolletage. So it was just the neckline of my dress. I've clearly judged you unfairly. I just assumed that you were staring at my, let's see, what do you call them? Fun bags, knockers, bazumbas, the Twin Cities.
What the hell is going on here? I just want to go home. I've just lost my job. My wife and I are going to have a baby. We just bought a house with a mortgage we can't afford. And you're acting like I'm Jack the fucking Ripper because I gave you an admiring look. Why don't you go ahead and see if you can have me declared a sexual predator? Because my life can't get any more screwed up.
Jeez, I'm sorry. I was just messing with you.
What?
It was my therapist's idea.
Who is your therapist? Hannibal Lecter?
It's an empowerment thing, you know. Put on the dress, put on the attitude. Don't take any shit from anybody.
Why don't you just take a field trip out to the farm when they're castrating young bulls?
Look, I'm sorry you lost your job, and I hope you have a beautiful baby, but don't take it personally. I could do a lot worse. I'm on parole for aggravated assault.
Of a man?
Yeah. My boss tried to grope me, so I threw him on the floor and beat him with my shoe. He made us wear high heels, so it seemed appropriate. Unfortunately, I literally poked his eye out.
Jesus and Mary!
You know, it had been building up for a long time, so when he crossed the line, I pretty much went crazy on him. until his eye popped out. Then I had to stop and puke.
So now you're in therapy.
Yeah, it's funny, the court referred me to a therapist who killed her uncle after he molested her. She was only 12. Now she teaches verbal combat.
Maybe your therapist needs therapy.
No, she goes to a therapist. They all do. It's like a circular firing squad.
Alex turns back to the control panel.
Damn it all, I gotta pee.
I'm just curious, do you ever actually write your name in the snow?
Once, I set out to drink enough beer that I could spell out my full name, Alexander. But I got so drunk nobody could read my handwriting.
Well, too bad I wasn't there. I have great handwriting.
See, if I said that, you'd be calling the sex abuse hotline.
Well, why do you think people say, life's a bitch? Just think of me as life.
You're good.
And keenly observant. Why aren't you wearing a wedding ring?
Because I'm not married.
So why did you tell me you were?
I wanted you to stop beating up on me.
Poor baby.
Pathetic.
Did you really get fired?
No, I'm in real estate. My dad just died and left me title to this building. I'm just looking it over.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. It's a pretty nice building.
No, I'm sorry to hear you lost your father.
He was a greedy, controlling, misogynistic blight on the human race. You two would have probably gotten along.
Do you really have to pee?
Like a racehorse.
You can pee like a racehorse?
If this thing doesn't start moving soon.
Well, as tempting as it is to see how long you can hold it, I could use some relief too.
Carol produces a key with a tag on it that says fire department and sticks it into the elevator's control panel and pushes the lobby button. The elevator starts moving.
So you...
My daddy was a fireman. This works on all the old elevators in town.
I should have you arrested.
On what charge?
Unlawful imprisonment? Kidnapping?
The elevator door opens. Carol holds it open.
Did I keep you from using the alarm? How about that cell phone in your pocket? Did I keep you from using that? You were having a good time, weren't you?
Has anyone ever told you that you are a goddess?
I get that a lot.
Can I buy you a drink?
Are you sure you're not married?
What makes you ask?
Well, there's this.
Carol produces a folded document and hands it to Alex. Alex unfolds it and reads the header.
What the hell?
Carol snaps a picture with her phone.
And that's proof of service.
You mean this whole charade was about serving divorce papers? I am going to call the police.
Alex pulls out his cell phone and starts to dial.
Good idea. Ask for Captain Rodriguez. She's the head of the domestic violence section.
Alex stops dialing and stares. Carol pauses as she walks away.
Just think of it as therapy.
Fade to black. Curtain.